What is going on, people? I am here for, if you couldn't tell by the title, another movie review. And this one actually doesn't come out till tomorrow. The people over at RLJE Films were nice enough to send me over this to watch and review for you guys. And the movie I'm reviewing, if you couldn't tell by the title, it's called You Don't Nomi. So pretty much what this is, it's a documentary. But before I get into that, it's directed by Jeffery McHale. It stars Matthew Baume, Elizabeth Berkley. Not in the sense of they're sitting down and talking, but I'll get into it. Also, Jeffery, Conway, among many others. So pretty much what this documentary is about the movie Showgirls. And pretty much it goes through, how it was at that point in time, a huge flop, between critics and movies, news and news stations and all that stuff. They were pretty much putting this movie on blast, saying how, it's sexist, and you go down the list and the line, and pretty much this movie was called that. It was called trash, it was called this, but then this movie came out in 1995, but then as, the years pass and whatever, it kind of got like a cult following. There's a lot of movies out there that, when they first come out, they come to, the theaters and all this stuff, and people are just, crapping on it and, just giving it some of the worst reviews and all that stuff. And it takes, years down the line, movies like Howard the Duck, that one kind of, everybody hated when it first came out, but then that kind of, got a cult following. Troll 2, I don't know if that ever came out to, like, theater or anything, but it was one of those movies where in the beginning everyone was laughing at it. Now it, there's kind of still laughing at it, but it, kind of has its own following and stuff. And Showgirls, when I watched it, it came, like I said, it came out in 95, so I was only 10 years old at that point. So when I first watched it, I was a little bit older and really didn't know what the hell I was watching at that point. The only thing I knew is I was watching Jesse Spano pretty much naked 40% of the movie and all that stuff. But, at that point in time, it's one of those movies where, I never really sat down to like fully grasp it, I guess you want to call it. There's some critics, pretty much what goes on throughout this whole movie is there's critics that kind of, give their take on it, especially at that point in time, what they thought of it, what they still think of it and stuff like that. But nowadays, to tell you the truth, I don't listen to critics because a lot of their stuff is opinion pieces. So if they don't like certain movies, see, when I do my reviews here, I kind of put it in my own, words. I'll look at I'm not going to tell you what I think of it, really, because, if I really go too much into depth with my thought process, it's going to, everybody watches movies for a certain reason. They watch, certain people look for, the visual effects or whatever have you. Me, myself, I just watch a movie to watch a movie. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I don't go, way too deep into it with, the lighting in this scene, or I was never, a film, I don't even know what I'm looking for. But, some of these critics, when they're going through the movie, it's just like, come on, like, seriously, like, that's what you got from this, or that's what you got from this scene, or, you're just going a little bit too over the top. So, me, myself, I don't know how you guys are, but most of the time I don't listen to critics. But pretty much throughout this, they pretty much go through the movie, not the full movie or anything like that, to pick certain scenes, they'll pick certain characters, then they, like I said, they bring up, Elizabeth Berkley and how she was on, what do you want to call it, Saved by the Bell before, and then she went from, Jesse Spano, like I said, who was, the clean-cut girl kind of deal, until you get to that, I'm so excited when she was on pills and stuff. But she goes from that to, her character in Showgirls, which is, disgusting and this and that. And some of these people are just going way too deep into it that I'm like, it kind of was a little annoying to listen to it because, at that point in time, like I said, they pull up a a scene, and then you'd hear people talk about it and stuff like that. So certain scenes, I was just like, come on now, like seriously, like if you have to, kind of, especially some of the people in this one, kind of had me wanted to just like fast forward it through their part, because they pretty much said the same thing 10 different ways kind of deal, and it kind of got annoying. I'm like, I understand, okay, I got you, I understand you don't like the movie or anything like this, but then it goes into, goes about a girl who kind of looked up to, I guess at that point in time it was more, Saved by the Bell and Jesse Spano. They had, for some reason, they brought up a, Saved by the Bell on Broadway and all this stuff. But, throughout the movie, you just learn what certain people, what certain critics, what certain, movie fans and stuff like that thought about what the movie was, what it became, and it just, a whole I don't even know what to call it, like just overall presence of the movie Showgirls. So like I said, it starts from, right in the beginning when it first came out to, now they're, I don't know how big of a cult following there is, but, now people are, following it in different ways, and they like it different ways. So if you're into documentaries, I'd say you definitely like this one. If you like Showgirls and you want to know what other people thought, or you didn't know what kind of fanfare it came, right in the beginning when it first came out, you didn't know that, it was, hated, and not a lot of people wanted to show it and all this stuff. So if you're interested in all that stuff, I'd say definitely go ahead, check out You Don't Nomi. It, like I said, it is put out by RLJE Films. It does come out tomorrow, July 21st, 2020. If you're watching this after, it's already out. If you're watching it tonight, the 20th, it comes out tomorrow. But anyway, check this one out. Like I said, if you're into documentaries, if you're into Showgirls, if you're into Elizabeth Berkley, if you're into the director, it goes into the, the director and all his other movies and all that stuff. It's just a documentary about the whole eclipse of what the movie Showgirls was. So again, comes out tomorrow, the 21st of July, 2020. Definitely check it out. And hopefully you'll like this review. Hopefully it kind of pushed you towards it. Again, thank you to everyone from RLJE Films who sent me over this to check out. And I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.